Hello, today's bonus game is an 11 by 11 queens. So, in every row, every column, and every colored region, we're placing exactly one queen, and also queens can't touch each other, even diagonally. So, where do we want to get started? The queen has to be in one of these three, so it cannot be in any of the rest of the row, but also not here, because it would touch wherever the queen is there. What else we got going for us? This would see that this sees the entire region, so I can't be a queen. What else we got going? Or do we have any lineups? Yeah, here. I'm gonna pull out my little pen so I can show you what I mean here. So all I did was I looked at the looking at the edges of you can kind of scan the edges of certain regions, and I got all the way out to here. But this is 5 columns, right? To the left of this red line is 5 columns. So I'm expecting to find exactly 5 queens. We know one has to be in this big yellow region. Another one has to be here. Another one has to be here. And another one has to be here because they do not escape to the right of my line. So they must place a star. So that's 4. So we need a 5th. And if we look, the 5th is going to have to come from either here or one of these two. There's that because we can't repeat in a color, right? Can't repeat in a region. And so we're going to get a 5th here or one of these two, which that's going to use up the column. So the rest of this column is out. All right. And then as a result, now this is going to use up this column. And also this one for touching all 3. All right. And what we could have done is actually notice that these 3 columns had only 3 colors, which eliminated the rest of these. So we would have gotten the same deduction here. And then eliminating these would have left this as a single column, and then that would have left these. So that was just another way to do it that I just noticed. Probably a little easier. Can I do 4 here? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, not really. 3 here, no. So, I mean, there's some silly eliminations that I see that, you can always just click it. But if I have to explain it, it does use up more time than it's worth, but I'm going to do it anyway. So in these 2 columns, there's 2 options. Either we have one here and we have a second one in green, or we don't have the second one in green, right? That's 2 options. If we have the second one in green, then we're eliminating all of these cells because we can't have more than 2 to the right of this line. The only other option is we have one right here. And you'll notice that if we place it here, it still eliminates this guy. And so this guy is never true. There is no world where this guy is true. So we can actually just eliminate that. It's a silly deduction because it doesn't help anything. But what is it? If you see something, say something. Let's see. I'm looking for more to do here. Top 3 rows. So top 3 rows is another almost. Where I don't know how useful this is though. I don't think it is useful at all. Never mind. I was the way my mind was grouping things wasn't right there. We have one of these 3 in, so that's out. Oh, yeah, that gets rid of the rest of the column. I didn't notice that somehow. So now it's these. One of these 3. One of these 3. Oh, okay. So we can do these 3 rows then, I think. Just double check. 3 rows here. Because we know that this sort of purpley indigo color, I don't know. We'll call this indigo. We know that this indigo region is just these 3. So it's within the lines. This light blue is within the lines. And then this green is within the lines. And so that's our 3. So the rest of the regions cannot be between those, and that leaves just one place for a queen in brown. And so we can remove the row, the column, and all around it. Our first queen, finally. Now we're down to these 2, which lines up with green. This row has to place a queen here. So that gets rid of the rest of the region. It gets rid of the column and everything around it. All right, let's follow up on that. Yellow is one of those. Did I get anything here that might be helpful? Oh, this blue places a queen there. And we saw that because of these two columns, remember, the only way the queen ended up there is if we also had a queen here. So we can place both at once and get rid of everything around them. Okay, and so since there's one of those two, that's out and that's out. So now brown is down to these three, and orange is down to these two. They line up, getting rid of the rest of the column. That leaves one left in this burnt orange and one left here. Let's make sure we follow up properly. This row has only one place for a queen, so we can place that. And then what is our next? Oh, this row has to place a queen right there. This row has to place a queen right there. And we get orange, and we should be able to get this indigo as well. Nice. All right, not bad. Well, how'd you do? And we're going to spin the bonus game wheel. See what tomorrow's bonus game will be. Is Casey Courtreau's suggestion of Foodle. So I believe this game is like Wordle, but the answer is always a food of some kind or food adjacent. And sometimes they can be obscure. All right. Well, how'd you do?